Hello everybody, my name is Aaron aka Pulling Teeth and welcome back to the WWF Smackdown 2 Know Your All Season mode. And in case you just missed that, scroll right back up to the top for a second. We are no longer Undertaker. We are no longer the Undertaker. We have finally swapped him out. We said we were going to. And as you can see, we're not booked as our other guy. Al Snow's got a match. You see, it's not Billy Gunn, he was one of the options. And none of our other options appear to have been booked tonight. So you'll see who it is when they show up. I was so tempted to swap both guys out, but we need to give Al Snow a bit more of a chance. We've not played him for very long. But I will turn around and say, it shows there that Billy Gunn is... Billy Gunn's not who we've chosen, but he is currently next in line to replace Al Snow when we get to the point of replacing Al. But we've still got at least a little bit longer of Al left. We need to see what goes on with Al a little bit longer. Ric Flair and D'Lo Brown is a match I was not expecting to see. Flair beats D'Lo, and it looked like it was barely. I wonder whether the cutscenes might be a giveaway of who we are. Not necessarily, it doesn't always actually show your guy. We had a good run with Chyna a while back. Oh no, it's Al Snow. I need to speak with you, Steve Blackman. Wait! We have a match later tonight. We're both in the hardcore division, but for some reason it's a normal match. Because we're being boring. I'll say Al Snow's moveset in this game is pretty good. He might be up there in maybe a top 10 movesets in this game. I think the best moveset in this game is Tazz. Tazz has got just the most broken moveset. It's great. Random three-way. Goldberg getting a win. And here we go. The feud of the century. Actually, no, we decided the feud of the century in this game is Dean Malenko and Scotty 2 Hotty, didn't we? That just went on forever. With little hints from Grandmaster Sexay too, so it was kind of just Dean Malenko versus Too Cool. Thanks for waiting, the next match will be an explosive one. Explosive barbed wire death match. Imagine if they included that in this game. I mean, there is a Japanese wrestling game, I forget what it's called, but I saw New Legacy Inc. do a video on it some time ago. And it uses the Smackdown 2 engine, so everything is, it looks like Smackdown 2. But they have explosive barbed wire matches in it. You throw people into the ropes and they just boom. It's great. I have no idea whether that game has like a season mode, story mode type thing like this. Because they didn't play around with it. Mostly because it's all in Japanese, so it's difficult for them to do that. But the game looked pretty damn cool. It's one of the things that made this sort of era of gaming cool, but also had its issues, was region lock stuff. So you'd get stuff that's like really cool but only accessible in certain regions. So like Japan had their own stuff and Europe had some of their own stuff and America had some of their own stuff. Not everything went worldwide. Oh god, he just headbutted me right up the arse. And while that was also cool because you could find hidden gems, there's also kind of stuff because you end up locked out of a lot of cool stuff. And it wasn't like you could get a copy and then play it on your home console, because your home consoles locked region stuff as well. Especially in the PS1 days and PS2 days. I don't know if it was the same in PS3, but they were starting to phase region lock stuff out at that point. But PS1 and PS2 days, unless you had your console what we called chipped back in the day, which I'm not 100% sure what they did to it, but they essentially broke the region lock thing on it, so you could play like anything on them, and you could play like not fake games, but like copied games. I never had a chipped one, but I did have mates who did. Because I remember, what was it? I was playing a game at a mate's house on their console, and I said, "Oh, can I borrow it for a bit so I can play it at home as well, and I'll give it back to you, next week." And you're like, "Yeah, sure." Gave me their copy of it, and it looked like it was just a normal CD, like a CD-ROM for a computer. And I was like, okay, this is weird. Tried to play it at my PlayStation, would not have it. Asked him and found out, oh, it's because his was chipped and it allowed him to play that, and mine wasn't.
3, 4.
There, go eat a crunch on the floor.
5.
I say moonsault. Never mind. But yeah, those were like interesting things back in the day with games. Oh god. Made region lock stuff really weird to see and really weird, like, interesting. The most recent example I've had of it is I bought a copy online of Backyard Wrestling 2, but it will not play on any of my console. And I found out it's because it's a US version of Backyard Wrestling 2.
2.
So it's region locked. So it was like, oh, great. I need the PAL version in order for it to play on my consoles. And I'm not even sure if there is a PAL version of Backyard Wrestling 2. Jeff Jarrett versus X-Pac. The manager match too. There's Debra and Tori. But yeah, I thought that would have been a really cool series if I'd have got Backyard Wrestling 2 play on, like, to go on the channel. But again, I don't do emulator stuff, and I don't think I have a strong enough computer to run it and record it and do all that jazz. Okay, is our other guy going to show up? No, they aren't. 2 shows in a row and they've not shown up. I will say, it's kind of bizarre because they are quite high up in their rankings. I'll not say which ranking they're in because it'll give it away of the options that we had previously. But they are high up in their rankings, so you'd assume they'd have shown up. But no, this was all focused on Al. But yeah, and I'd currently just have, let's say, going back to the previous topic, I'd just have a copy, an American copy of Backyard Wrestling 2 sat in my house that I just can't use. And explained why somebody was selling it. When I got it from, like, CEX, which is a second-hand store, but I would have thought that they wouldn't sell American copies of it, as they would have checked that it actually works before reselling it on, but apparently not. It's a very WCW match. Goldberg beats Benoit. Schmish Benoit. Okay, so you know we mentioned about the feuds of the century? Chyna and Jeff Hardy, back when we were playing as Chyna, this was an IC title match multiple times over. And then the next one is another member of Too Cool versus Dean Malenko. Chyna's still IC champ. Jeff can't dethrone her. Now the light heavyweight title just bounces back and forth between Dean Malenko and a member of Too Cool that's not Rikishi. There we go, Dean Malenko wins the belt. Now we've got the rematch with Steve Blackman. 2 in 1 episode. It is interesting that our second has not shown up tonight. Not shown up in this episode. So it's still left as a bit of a mystery. I was told I was a special match tonight. Well, I'm here. Who is my opponent? See him just having that complete lack of any sort of tone in his voice. It's just, hello, I am Steve Blackman. I was told I would have a special match tonight. Who is my opponent? Just no inflection in his voice at all. He didn't need it though, he could just kick you in the face and that tended to work. That's how he got his message across. Boot to jaw, mouth, teeth, lips, nose. I don't know. He kicked you a lot. And hit you with little sticks. What were those little sticks called that he had? Because I know he used kendo sticks sometimes, or Singapore canes, but he had those little sticks as well, and I don't know what they're called. They probably have some fancy name. They're very really important in like some form of martial art. I just have no idea. Yeah, stop kicking, Steve. No. Get choked out. Get choked out.
Rope break.
Screw you with the rope break. I'm just super kicking. And again. Never mind, he caught me that time. It's like a Young Bucks match. Actually, in fairness, the Young Bucks aren't anywhere near as bad as the Usos are nowadays. The Usos didn't used to be that bad with just throwing a million super kicks. But then they suddenly were when they kind of went semi-solo. And the Young Bucks kind of got better about doing different moves. It's weird calling them the Young Bucks now, as they're not exactly young anymore. When you're thinking about guys like Kenny Omega's thinking about, being in his last few years of his career. Last few years of his in-ring career, anyway. It's a weird time, because, like, it's something you don't realise that a bunch of the guys that have been mainstays for a long-ass time, like your, like the big ones, obviously, like Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, CM Punk. All these guys are like in the twilight of their main career. And there's a good possibility that they'll either be retiring soon or at least retiring from full-time competition. Basically, Punk could have retired from full-time competition a while ago because he's at a decent enough age. And has done pretty much everything, but he wanted his last WWE run to actually be full-time. It interests me when people are going, oh, it's CM Hogan and things like that, he's part-time now. He's part-time, he took some time off, which you're allowed to do. At least in modern day WWE, they'll let you take some time off. He had a break after his Mania run. Oh dear. He's not exactly a spring chicken anymore. Let him have a little bit of a break. He's been pretty much full time. And snowplow. It did suck that he did come back and just beat Sami Zayn for the title straight away right after Sami won it. But I get it for storyline reasons. At least it kind of makes sense for Sami's character. As opposed to, you know, the classic with Hogan jumping in for the Bret Hart and Yokozuna thing where it made absolutely no sense for Bret's character. Or Yoko's for that matter. Hell yeah, we got satisfied with a win. 2 wins over Steve Blackman. Clearly putting me en route to the main event. Well, it is interesting that our second has not shown up. Hopefully we'll get him in the next episode. With any luck, anyway. We've still got Jericho versus Foley. It's weird that I've just seen Billy Gunn's in the next match as well, so Billy Gunn has shown up multiple times as if to go, you should have picked me. Should have picked me first. Undertaker's taking on Shane McMahon with Stone Cold as the referee. What is this match? DX versus the Corporation with a referee that hates both of them. And Shane somehow gets the victory. No idea what's going on with that storyline. But that is going to do it for this episode, everybody. So thank you again so much for joining me in this one. It's been a genuine pleasure as per usual. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. All the fun stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.